Welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. Wind, rain, snow, thunderstorms, everything under the sun. Actually, we won't have everything under. Well, yeah, you will. The sun will still be up. You just won't be able to see it much. It'll be above those clouds. This is just, I've been telling you for the past several days, one heck of a storm system. Fortunately for us, we're not going to see the severe weather out of this that they're going to see along the Gulf Coast, which is going to get really nasty later today. But the wind, the rain, and the snow. And the thing that I always look at, as you've been following me on the blog, I always look at what could go wrong with this forecast. And I've been telling you about this, the temperatures here at the surface are just too warm. But in these situations, if you get enough lift, you can get some surprises. And that's the thing that worries me, is that you can, if there's something that could go wrong, in my opinion, it's the fact that you get more snow than you're forecasting. That's what could go wrong with the forecast. And I'll show you what we're thinking here just a little bit. But rain amounts, obviously you see here 2 to 3 inches, 1 to 2, and maybe even a little bit more than that. Don't take these literally, but just notice in this area here in the state, you're going to get probably around 2 inches of rain. Here's another big story. Later today and into Wednesday, wind advisories in effect, north to northwest winds 25 to 40 miles per hour, gusts to 40 miles per hour, maybe even 50 miles per hour. There will be power outages and a high wind watch for wind gusts around 50 miles per hour or more in this corridor from Little Rock, including the Little Rock metro area, 67, 167, and I-40. They're going to be very difficult traveling late today and into Wednesday morning. So just remember these corridors of travel, 67, 167, and I-40 out of Little Rock does look to be very, very tough to hold on to that steering wheel. Let me show you the wind gusts at 5:30 this afternoon. They could be around 36 miles per hour. What I wanted to show you is the black lines, or the isobars, lines of equal barometric pressure. You see this closed one right here. That's the surface low. And you see it located over far southeast Arkansas. There could be some severe thunderstorms that far southeast corner, or strong, I should say. The worst will be south and east of Arkansas. But you see these wind gusts, 36, 41, and notice this corridor, and notice this low. You're going to get the winds wrapping around and coming into that low out of the north and the northwest. And again, this storm system is going to generate some of its coldest air. But again, notice that area of low pressure, and it's right along the track of that low. That's where we have that slight risk for severe weather, but more entrenched into the warm sector. That's where the SPC has a moderate risk for severe weather. So, I'm sorry, I jumped ahead there. Forecast wind gusts at 5:30 this afternoon. Again, there you go. And then at 2 a.m., notice the surface low shoots up towards the north. And look at this area. Again, you're getting high wind gusts across western Arkansas, but you're talking about in this corridor of eastern and central Arkansas, northeastern Arkansas, you're getting wind gusts exceeding 40 miles per hour, close to 50 miles per hour in the middle of the night. That's pretty incredible. Surface low goes up towards Memphis. This is at 5 a.m. Wind gusts, you see a corridor here of high wind gusts between Little Rock and Searcy, 44 to 38 miles per hour. And then at 7 a.m., wind gusts, again, these are forecasted by model. They will not be perfect, but they could approach 50 mile per hour wind gusts in Searcy. So as that surface low moves towards the north and the east, it'll take its high winds with it. That's at noon. Notice the surface low is moving away. The winds are still strong, but they're lightening up across western Arkansas, still strong, nearest to that surface low in northeastern areas of the state. And then by 4:30 in the afternoon, they're starting to come down, but still quite strong. So at the surface, this is the GFS. This is at the GFS according to this at 6 p.m. There's the surface low, rain coming down across the state. And then you start to get into, as that surface low passes by, you get the upper level dynamics, and you get what's called dynamic cooling. There's really no Arctic air to work with. There's no Arctic air to work with. So you can get enough lift for this to cool the atmosphere underneath this low, and that's what we're forecasting is going to happen. And the GFS is picking up on snow starting to come down across the Ozarks, and you see this closed 35-degree line. So you'll see what I call mashed potato snow just coming down, probably big old fat snowflakes. This is between 6 p.m. and midnight. And then look how it really picks up between midnight and 6 a.m. for this portion of the state here, and maybe even the Ouachitas. But it's this area of the state, northern Arkansas, and those higher elevations that we have been really targeting for the best chance for accumulating snows. Could there be snowflakes in the air further south? I can't rule that out. Accumulating snows, I have doubts because the surface temperature is going to be warm. But remember what I said, what could go wrong with this forecast? So then you have the noon map on Wednesday, and things are settling down. Forecast snow amounts, these are computer models. Remember, as I always tell you, they're like election polls. They're going to be wrong. They may have a general good idea, but they're not going to be correct. You know, the margin of error. So when you see this, it goes, oh my gosh, Little Rock's going to get snow. What I would take away from this, and this is the European model, the Ouachitas, north central Arkansas, it's this area of the state that has the best chance for seeing accumulating snow, especially the higher elevations. So that's what I would take away from that. And then you got the NAM, which really shows it. Some what I call some deep mashed potatoes up here, and then in the Ouachitas. Yes, it does show accumulating snow further east, and I'm not discounting that, but I would say at this point it's unlikely. This is what we're thinking right now with western and northern Arkansas late today and into Wednesday morning. You see the blue highlighted counties here, the higher elevations of the Ouachitas, northern mountains here, and does not include Russellville. The river valley I think will be a little bit too warm. We're talking about northern Polk County, but the travel impact, the snowfall rate in some of these locations and the higher elevations will come down at a rate that it won't have time to melt on the road, so travel will have an impact. Power will be impacted possibly, but I think more so because of the winds east of that area. And in these areas, I would be I would bet that there's going to be a few school closings. I mean, there's just, like I said, this is a powerhouse storm system. This is something that we get in Arkansas every now and then. It's nothing unusual. It's not rare, but this is going to be a doozy. Yeah, that's the meteorological word. This is going to be, you know, this is going to get your attention. That wind tonight. I expect trees to come down tonight. Yes, across central and eastern Arkansas. Power outages. I would have a flashlight. Do I think the power outages are going to be widespread? No, I don't. But I think there will be a few power outages, and I know Entergy is getting ready for that. But so stay with us on Channel 7. We'll keep you updated. And thank you very much for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.